by tiny, if this is a tiny core, or if
You
even if
you
it's
have
even if it's support, like just syncing up with whoever else is in that team to get
two
that backline
200
initiation.
200 HP Toby, level 10 talent. Then you get a couple of braces, you're gonna survive the Q and W. And then you
It's
can
like the
cast your
ES from the last
spells.
series, right? Like Mr. What was that? Like
You're not okay.
2.3k HP for treads and two braces.
You're probably not gonna get threats on Lich. Let's be honest. Okay,
Yeah.
braces fine. Bracer is fine. You know, but
Do, do,
he
all,
had an essence ring. He
do you
had
actually have to
essence ring.
change the way you approach like your boot combinations now? Now with the movement speed changes, like
Uh,
is it all still the same?
it's still the same as the old one, right? It's back to like how Dota was before. So the slower heroes don't really get affected so much. Because with the previous one, the slow heroes, because it's percentage based. So if you're a slow hero, you're forever a slow hero. You're gonna be chased on. You know, you never get to turn the tables around. But right now, it's more. I like the current one more because it's more balanced. I don't like how they made it percentage based, where the faster heroes get so quick, and the slow heroes are like so slow, like a snail, and you can't do anything. Like CM was so sad when they made that change.
Oh, here's the combo. Here's the combination. I watched this absolutely shred 2 days ago on a cast.
Mhm.
Ricky and Grimstroke dual off lane. You don't
So
even
the
need to run it to safe lane.
voice,
It just destroys
so the voice
everything.
spirit is like a mid lane, I guess. So they're gonna last pick their
Mhm.
off lane, or voice spirit could be an off laner for them. We'll see. So they have a lot of damage. They have a lot of catch right now, but Boom doesn't really have a team fight. A lot of team fight. So Geek Fam
Yeah.
can try to utilize this to their advantage right now, because their lineup is more. If you look at the Radiant lineup, right, it's more like they want to pick off one hero here, they pick off another hero there, then they cut the crit wave.
Mhm.
They're not really gonna fight you head on. Whereas for Geek Fam, with the Pangna, Beastmaster, and Lich, is very clear. We are going to go to your tower as 5 heroes. We're gonna kill your tower, and we're gonna push and push and push, and we don't want to split up. That is their heroes right now.
Uh-huh.
So
Like,
they
why don't they
need
just get they could just get someone like a Mars and for Boom, and then you've got your AoE, then you've got a little bit of
yeah.
single target, but you got wave clear that works with it.
Tide. Oh, they definitely need Tide.
Oh,
They need Tide or Underlord. There's 2 heroes right now. The Geek Fan can only ban either Tide or Underlord here. So Boom is gonna get one of those. Those are the 2 best offlane heroes against Lycan.
okay.
I think Underlord is a bit better because of he deals with. I mean, I kind of think I think they're both kind of good, but I like the
It's a
wave
do you
clear.
have it? Yeah, basically you need a lot of wave clear against against a Lycan Beastmaster push. They banned the DK. That would have been just totally OP to push down towers.
I mean, they still have
Um,
Lash. They still have Lash and DP, right?
yeah,
It's
Death
like
Prophet still in the pool. Actually, if they just get DP, like you,
hmm.
I think EFAM walks over you. Like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, this game is done.
Yeah, I can see that actually happening. Like
Yeah.
Boom has to, unless Boom can win their lanes, you know, because their heroes are. If you look at the lane setup right now, they have. I would say both of their side lanes are going to be kill lanes. You know, it's very easy for them to kill you. Grimstroke, Ricky, Tiny, and Void Spirit. If Void Spirit is like off lane, I'm assuming if Void Spirit is off lane. But if Void Spirit is a mid, then they need to pick like what I say, either the Underlord or the Tide. But those 2 are not very good kill lanes with Tiny. So if they do pick the Underlord or Tide, it means that it's going to be most likely a Tiny freestyling over you. He's going to either go to the safe lane to gank or go mid. He can do whatever he wants in the game. There's no set in stone lane for him.
Well, they banned the Underlord, so we'll see if you're right with your 2 choices. If it's going to be a Tide Hunter answer and a
Oh,
Queen
Queen
of
of Pain.
Pain from Geek.
So they want to even just prioritize on winning the lane, because Corp is like a lane dominator, and they kind of feel like it's going to be a voice. They feel like it's going to be a voice spirit
Yeah.
mid, and voice spirit is
Do,
never
do
going to
you
go
just
to the side
do you
lane.
just shift do you shift Void to a safe lane and then run Ricky
Oh no,
Grimstroke duel off?
I think Tai is too good for this game. They need team fight. They need a hero that can give them team fight. Look at their draft. They cannot stand together and fight. Tai will bind the whole draft together. You know, it's like a binding agent when you're making all the sources. Oh, they actually go Mars. Mars is a stronger laner, I think, overall with compared to the Tide. But Mars, I don't
I think
feel.
is
But
I
I don't
think
feel
is
Mars counters the Lycan though. Like you need damage mitigation against Lycan.
Yeah, but it's the movement control, at least actually having the arena, being able to lock them in,
Mm.
and you can toss them in with the Inkswell from Grimstroke. I know it's a lot of combinations that you kind of have to get to work together, but it feels like something more than I blow my Ravage and I got nothing else to give. I don't have another stun. I don't have
Yeah,
another like
I
controlling
I I
factor
I
to
I
go.
get I get that. I just feel like the damage mitigation is very important. The anchor smash against the Lycan is like it's the same thing with the Underlord, right? But they ban the Underlord. Whenever you're playing Lycan and Beastmaster, you're gonna have a lot of stuff, you know. So whenever the enemy has a lot of stuff, you want damage mitigation, so you reduce their effectiveness in a team fight. Like when they pick Mars, it's more like just saying that we're just gonna roll over you, so we don't care about how much damage you can do. We are just going to kill you first with the Mars and win their lanes, you know.
Yep. Man. And the game's already won by Geek Fam.
Yeah.
Cosmetics are so much on a different level to Boom. Nothing on a
I
Ricky.
mean,
Can't have anything on a Void and a Mars. Grimstroke only has the Immortal.
I would say that it's easier for Geek fans to play this game because everything is very clear for them.
Yes,
Whenever
it
I
is.
look at whenever I look at the draws, I like to look at which one has the lower ease of execution. It's easier to because it's always humans, so you have to expect that mistakes are going to happen. So you want to look at the lineup that has room for you to make mistakes, and you can still win the game. When you look at the Boom's lineup, the first thing that comes to your mind, if they don't do well in the lanes, they're done. How are they going to stop this push? They're not going to stop the push. They're just going to get run over in like what 15,
Yep.
20 minutes. By Geek
Yep.
Fam, you look at the lineup. Okay, they have good laning supports. The Pagna and Lich are very strong in the lane. But even if they don't win their lanes, right, you can still think, maybe if they don't win their lanes, they have this 5-man group up, they have ultimates, strong ultimates, they can catch up, you know, they can come back in the game. But for Boom, it's literally lane or bust.
Well, I want to see how it goes down. I definitely like. You're right with the whole like. I just move at you. Like Raven knows what he's doing.
Well,
All
I
I
feel
need.
like the boom draft is your kind of draft, right? Because they just want to keep fighting and running at enemy heroes.
It's the entertainment draft. You've got really nice synergy when it comes to like the Ricky and the Grimstroke, and I would assume that this would be able to punish quite heavily into a lane. But I'm interested like how well it can punish. Like if it can punish hard and then Ricky becomes a real hero, then this becomes interesting
If
as a
he can
battle.
buy better Fury Tobi, yes, I agree with you. Because if he gets
You
to a better
actually
Fury,
wait? You think Battle Fury? Like I almost feel like if he wants to fight, he needs to Fusel Blade very early on.
no, he needs better Fury this game because this is Lycan. You want to get better Fury against Lycan. Because you need to clear his stuff. If you get Diffuser, how are you gonna clear his stuff? How are you gonna fight him?
I don't disagree, but I also feel like he needs to kill.
The killing job is the other 4 heroes. He is the win condition here. If you look at their lanes, the hero setup, who is actually gonna win you the game is the Ricky. So the Ricky has to be the position 1 hero. He has to buy better Fury. He has to kill the summons, and he has to carry the game and farm. He is the key piece of this puzzle from Boom.
I'll watch him closely. 2-2 rune trade, but we don't really have to care that much about it because there's no alchemist in this game.
Oh,
For
I'm getting
once.
to you, man.
You really
Wow.
have. You really, really have. Like people are just like, oh my god, because they're complaining so much about each other. It's like, no. WinteR just knows what buttons to push. I understand why LD lost his hair. He cast so much with WinteR.
Wait, that's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Uh-huh. Just like the mid block was not your fault for Makoto going the wrong way.
That's definitely not my fault.
Definitely feels like a nice place to begin.
Right, so bot lane we see Grimstroke skilling Stroke of Fate. It's very important to get a spell to kill the ball. This lane is all about killing the ball for the Grimstroke and the Riki. If they can take out the ball, the lane will be easy for them. But if the ball is always in the lane constantly pressuring the Riki, then... Career? What? Huh?
Came in range of
What?
Zephyr. Yeah, it walked into
He was
deliver.
right in front of him.
Yeah. Well, the courier was here and he got 2 long-range attacks, and that was enough from a Pugner at level 1. And he can't get the ball kills because every time he tries to throw out the Stroke of Fate, the Hawk sees the positioning. So Cuckoo's just been really good with just keeping the ball back.
He has to hide and cast his Stroke of Fate. And meanwhile, on the top lane, Hyde managed to pull 1 wave of creep here. This is how you want to play against the Lich, because you don't want to fight the Lich head-on in the lane. You need to disrupt the creep equilibrium and force him to follow you and chase you. And now this leaves the Mars 1v1 against the Lycan. This is great for the Mars. Very, very good. And how about our mid lane? So I guess the Void Spirit should have a hard time. Oh, he didn't skill dissimulate to dodge the dagger. I thought he was actually going to do that.
No, he didn't. Instead,
That's...
Remnant and Pulse, and he went the second point in Remnant Pulse as well.
I've seen this matchup where the Void Spirit actually just gets... you don't get the Remnant. You get 1 point dissimulate to dodge the dagger.
Because it doesn't make sense with the Pulse, because it absorbs the physical damage. And you got like
So
every burst bit is magic.
You dodge the dagger and you absorb the physical damage, you don't take harass in the lane. That's what my plan was. But right now, if you look at his CS, he's on par with the Queen of Pain, so he's not having too much of a problem. Yeah. And you need to look at this Tiny. I think he has, at some point, he has to come to bot lane to kill. Like, there has to be a rotation. The top lane, I don't really see them being able to kill the Lycan right now. He has to move either to mid or to the bot. Middle lane is kind of hard though. How is he actually...
The Observer would saw him.
Yeah, but how is he even going to kill it? Like, they are kind of relying on the corp to make a mistake with the blink, you know?
You just toss the Void forward. That's not going to work.
What? You toss the Void forward and get reported? No, thank you.
Come on, there's no reporting in competitive Dota. There's only
the reports I'm talking about is not in the in-game report. It's worse, you know. It's after the game you get yelled at during the team meeting. That is nothing compared to the report button in Dota.
One gets you banned for a bit.
No.
Right now, Geek fam, like top 3 net worths do belong to them, and Lycan's having a great time on top lane. 1700. Already his net worth, building in for the Dominator nice and quick. You know, the Necro book right behind it. And Mars is not feeling the same kind of love on this top lane.
So, I mean, this is mostly because of the Lich, you know, like, he has the Tiny against the Lich. The Lich is way stronger than him. I mean, than the Tiny. The Tiny is supposed to move around and create plays. I don't think he should go top anymore. He should leave the Mars alone. So he's gonna secure the... Okay, I say secure the rune, but the rune spot... Never mind.
Yeah, both bottles will remain empty until the 5-minute mark.
Oh, this is bad for the Void Spirit. Very, very bad. This is very good for the Queen of Pain. Trading empty bottles. Oh, CTP is bot, so finally he's bot right now. So can they get the things well?
With the haste rune, yeah, they can get that initial stun. Netherwall's being planted down. Beastmaster, I think he realizes there's nothing they can do to help Zap.
Nice.
Oh wait, no.
Nice.
Fly and jump away. Anyone got any kind of damage?
Tip him, Tobi. Give him a tip. Well played.
I can't. Like, it doesn't give me that option on my screen. That would be the ultimate insert of commentary into a cast.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would actually be so... It'll actually be really bad. Like, we had all those... You probably remember those early days of casting where the casters would actually talk to the players. And they didn't actually think, like, well, maybe I shouldn't tell them things because this reveals information. FBZ, a little harassment, but he'll be fine.
Alright,
the bounty rune movements.
So bounty runes was two apiece, and right now the Tiny is still roaming around bot. So I think he's precisely where he should be. This is the only lane that he can kill right now. But it's quite difficult at the moment because the wave is near the tower.
Look mid. Look at Makoto.
What?
This is the walk of shame at the moment.
How is that shame? He's 27, last season to Queen of Pain's 27.
Yeah, but it's still difference of like 200 net worth, and she's getting more out of the lane.
But you're supposed to lose the lane a little bit as Void Spirit. I think it's reasonable. Like, he's going to look to rotate when he gets his level 6 at some point. And Queen of Pain is going to counter-rotate the Void Spirit rotation.
Oh, they should jump forward. Does
he dodged it. He dodged.
Yeah. Assimilates up. And then with this step. Oh
no, he's in trouble.
The illusion rune went to the Queen of Pain. He's used both his steps to come forward. Queen of Pain still has the Sonic Wave available, and Tiny is coming in from behind. Blink off cooldown in 5 seconds. That's a little long, but he's got the damage. Voice Brute, no! The absorption and the magic one charges. Zephyr, Pugner's coming to help out. He's going to blast as she kill off Makoto. Spilling first blood in front of for a shot. Now High wants something to do with this too. He's on the retreat out. At the same time, Beastmaster dies underneath the tier 1 tower on bottom, so at least the teams get a 1-for-1 trade-off, but just living long enough with the Queen of Pain.
What a play. He knows that the level 1 Astral Step, you don't really have enough distance to get to the rune, so able to punish that. And top lane we see, wow, the Lycan actually killed the
The
Mars
4th
without
pick.
form.
Yeah.
All right. Things are not looking too good for this Mars right now. He's gonna.
Yeah.
I
He
guess
got
the towers. The
he
towers
got
gonna be
perched.
fun.
He got perched up, I think, as well as gazed. It was just very difficult to ever retreat back to his own tier 1 tower. Actually got so much slow control by having that extra perch creep and combining with what Lich already offers.
I mean, I feel the game is going really, really bad for Radiant right now because the tiny rotations hasn't been working out so far. And like I said, the Dire lineup, when they get their levels, they group up, they push your tower. The Radiant is going to have a hard time dealing with it if they don't have an advantage from the laning phase. And they do not have any advantage at all from the laning phase right now.
Yeah.
Ricky's doing okay.
Ricky's okay.
But you kind of need the Void Spirit and the Mars to do better so that they can fight for you and defend the towers. Ricky's not going to be able to defend well. He can't do it alone, Tobi. He needs backup.
He needs friends.
Yeah, he needs friends. Everybody needs friends.
Hey, they're not that far behind. Like you see a net worth kind of graph.
They are
like,
not far
okay,
behind, but it's bad. Like because of the lineup. Because of the lineup, it is bad. What's happening right now? Because they are supposed to win the lanes with their heroes, right? They need to with the tiny rotation, but all the rotations didn't work out. That's why they're not really winning the lanes. And when it comes to a point where, he's even preempting.
Yeah,
because of what happened the last time.
He's like, Queen of Pain's going to blink forward on this one. I don't want anything to do with it.
The mental warfare is won by the Queen of Pain.
Okay, Ricky, you're under sentry. Oh, wait, no, he knows it, and that's why he's killing it. I've actually gotten rid of all of Geek Fam's defensive vision on the bottom lane, allowing Ricky to be a lot more free with his movements.
Level 6 on Beastmaster now, so if they bring someone bot, let's see if Lich has a TP. So Lich can TP bot. No, Lycan's TP. This is even better. Yeah, this is correct. This is a better move because
you
Lycan
push to the tower, right?
Yeah, Lycan cannot push the top tower now, but he can push the bot tower with the beast.
Sentry's down. Ricky
he knows.
Close.
So right now, Ricky needs to go to the top lane or the mid lane, and Grimstroke should be the one going bot.
Goodbye, Queen of Pain.
Nice. They got the ink swell into the with the Remnant. Very, very nice.
And that's now a tier 1 tower to be taken in the mid.
Oh, the
no
Ricky's
defense. They actually they smoked well in vision of that tier 1 tower of mid, but they'll move as quick as they can to the bottom lane. Ricky wants to try and defend this, so you'll need a little bit more. Master up around from the side. TP
Tiny has
from the
TP.
top.
Yep,
So he can come and join. And now Geek Fam, you're all a little too close. The arena. The spear is pushing Beastmaster up against the wall, combining with the Avalanche Toss combination. And everything was looking okay for Geek Fam, but now, well, unless Lycan can get some rebuttals here, you're not getting much further. But hello!
The Queen has arrived!
To the fight. The Sonic Wave connects. Goodbye to 2. Goodbye to 3. Ricky hides under the cover of Invis, but wow. Boom grouped up hard.
That was the counter initiation I was talking about. And now the outpost, because of this move, are they going to be able to get it?
No. The two of them together, they can't get it in time. And they're losing the Queen of Pain because under the smoke screen, she couldn't walk away. No movement speed for the Lycan trying to body block up. I don't know if that trick's going to be enough. The creeps. Oh! Stoked up enough. At least you might be able to get a kill on the Saturday. I think he was looking to deny the bounty rune, but unable to do so.
That was very, very important for Radiant team. They got the mid tower. That was actually an Oscar-worthy move there by Radiant. They showed the Void Spirit mid, if you noticed just now, before they smoked. So the Dire team thought that they were still lurking around middle. He was playing very aggressively, and they were able to trick the Dire team into thinking that they are not going to defend the bot tower. So props to them. Good move. And right now, the game continues. Kazut is trying to place Vision in the top jungle, but there's a Lich here. Lycan has his Necrobook 1 and Helm of Dom right now. He is very, very strong, as long as he fights with his Shapeshift. 40 seconds. And the same move by Geek Fam. They want to defend the tower.
See if they can have the same kind of punch as Boom did. Masters have his arena back up and running again. Hide's going to break the smoke, so now they just quickly roar. But it's a good avalanche, buying some extra space into a sinister gaze. So High can only just go for a quick toss, but allows FBZ to back up. But this is a lot of space for the Ricky. Remember, Ricky got that kill in the last fight too, so he's 2-0-2. He's farming through a lot, going diffuse the play build.
Not Battle Fury. But I still think it's good to go Battle Fury maybe later, like because it's a Lycan. Depending on how the game goes, if he's needed, if he needs the Battle Fury to defend, then I think he should get a Battle Fury. Because if you look at their overall composition, right, it's not greedy. The other four heroes can like fight without too many items, like the Void Spirit, the Mars, the Tiny, the Grimstroke. So the Ricky can be greedy, or even maybe I think the other way to be greedy is the Void Spirit be greedy. Maybe you can get a Radiance at some point. I think it's also a very good item against all this like pushing lineup.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
suppose
allowed that kind of farm.
if you can survive with your first items, like the Eul Scepter setup is easy
Mm-hmm.
enough for him. Diffuser Blade is Ricky's own setup for smoke screen control. Um, so yeah, maybe just with that it's enough. And then yeah, if the game goes well, get your Battle Fury, get your Radiance. If
Still
not,
too early to tell right now because what
yeah.
is going to be important is this tower. The next fight here, Daya is going to want to get this tower, so it opens up Roshan for them. And if Daya gets this tower and gets Roshan, then I think you probably will not have time to get the Radiance or the Battle Fury. You need to buy items to fight to defend your towers. But if somehow they can stall with Grimstroke and other heroes and defend this tower and hold the Roshan off as much as possible, then I can see the Riki going greedy or the Void Spirit going greedy. And if they get to that point, they're going to be in a good position to win the game. It's all about surviving the strong timing of the Lycan and the Beastmaster.
Mm-hmm. And their timing is still so damn good. Actually, with the Beastmaster, do you aura it, or
Sorry, you
is it
mean
is
buy Necrobook?
yeah, like you're getting a Necro book over on a Lycan, but like do you get
Vlad's
Necro on Beastmaster as well? Like it's been a while since I've seen like multiple Necro book style pushes.
This game is fine, I think. You can get Vlad's or Necrobook. Let's see, do they need a pipe? I think pipe is also nice because if you look at what is the damage type of the Radiant lineup early game, it's magic. Tiny is magic. Mars is like half magic. Okay, fine. Void Spirit is also like mostly magic, and Grimstroke is also mostly magic. So if you put into that perspective, if you're a Beastmaster, if you're Dire, if you can get a pipe, you get your Necrobook on the Lycan, you group up and push. How can the Radiant team kill you? No, they are not going to be able to kill you. If they can survive the initial burst from a Tiny, they're going to kill all the buildings. So I think pipe would be a maybe blast and pipe. Those are the two next items I would think of on a beast. I don't think you should get another Necrobook.
Well, he agrees with you. The Vlance is in the quick buy now. I don't think it was before when I clicked on him, but maybe they're taking that time with the Pugna being DC just to have a small discussion amongst themselves.
And you mass braces on your partner and your lich. No joke. Serious. You just buy braces so the Tiny cannot kill you. You're
It's,
laughing, but that's gonna happen.
it's legit, right? It's actually legit.
Look at and then they both get their level. Look at their talents. They both get level 10. They both have HP talents, and they both have their HP talents with the bracer, and they're gonna survive the combo.
Hmm. Yeah, that'll work. And anything to buy some time.
I mean, there is a reason why bracer has been getting nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. The item is just really cost efficient.
And they nerfed every one of them now, like the null, the bracer,
Well, let's be
and the
honest,
raid.
bracer is the most OP because it gives you HP and magic resistance. That's what allows you to fight better in the early stages of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of like it that they revert back the change on the stats where you get bonus. I kind of felt like because of that, like strength heroes fight a lot better early because you have the extra magic resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, does 1% like nerf really make as much of a difference?
It does because you on certain heroes you get, let's say you're a Kunkka, right? You have a high strength, and then you are buying your build is always you're gonna have like two braces in the early game, so it makes a lot of difference. It means that you can maybe withstand one more nuke and you wouldn't die.
Hmm.
And you think about the boat on top of you, and you have the bracer, and you have that extra magic resist from your strength. It goes a long way.
Okay. I'll
I
go a
mean,
long way as if the internet was able to
you're
work.
not a fan. You're not a fan of the small percent stuff, math.
It's I think it's just difficult to really understand like what 1% really changes. Uh, like you know, it's, from a very basic perspective, when you can see it's like, oh well, like the range of a hook was reduced by like X amount of units, and then the hook misses by X amount of units in a competitive game in a critical moment. Then you understand it. But with all the different changes to way like regeneration functions, um, and like the resistance is going to work as well, like how much percentage you got. Like I think it's a lot more difficult to quantify that into something which is understandable, like just visually.
But it does change like the mindset of players though, in my opinion. Like you feel stronger. Like when you are talking at the highest level, like even the slightest changes would make the player feel different about what heroes can be played and what heroes cannot be played. You know? Like being able to survive that one extra spell in the early to mid game, it means a lot to the game.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of hard because it's intangible, right? It's very hard to put
Yeah. Yeah.
put it into perspective for someone who doesn't really
It's
understand.
like what I asked you before. Like, can you explain everything? Like, you basically schooled on the draft at the very beginning. Like, oh, okay, this is fantastic. This is in our last series. If you missed that, go back and watch it. You probably learn a lot about drafting. But then it's like you need to give a context. Everything needs to have a little bit of context. So yeah, your Conquer example is kind of exactly that. Like, if you can survive one extra blast, um, this will mean this much, like for your momentum. Like that's when 1% makes a difference, and now you've lost that 1%. So maybe you don't survive the blast next time.
Yeah, like if you say, I think an easy example would be Kanka trying to buy Radiance, and when you're dying, when you're getting to the sacred relic, it hurts you a lot, right? So if you don't die because of that 1%, it changes your game a lot, and you get to cast off your spell and kill the other hero, and then you
So
get to your relic.
I feel so sorry for most people who like you take a little bit of a break from Dota, like just a couple of months, and then you come back, and then all these little 1% changes have just like flitted through in patches. And you're like, hang on, why can I not get away with this anymore?
Yeah,
And you made it. You don't
precisely.
understand it. You gotta go dig through the changes to understand what the hell's going on. Yeah, just rough sometimes. Didn't they like? I remember Valve was like, we're gonna change this so we only do patches in bulk. So we would release patches every 3 months. And I was like, well, this isn't gonna work. We're gonna release patches every week in as small changes, and then their small changes ended up being like 4 pages long for every small change. It's like, okay, well, maybe this isn't working. And now I think we're somewhere in the middle. Still
I
difficult
kind
to keep up with.
I kind of like where it is right now. I like this more than the constant. You remember when they were changing what every 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Like they call it mini changes every once in a while, like twice a
Mm,
month or something. But I
yeah,
didn't really like that so much
yeah.
because
I
I feel
like the
it's
idea
very
of knowing when.
very hard to prepare for tournaments for players.
Yeah, I like the idea that you knew when the patch was coming, and you knew the size of the patch. You notice, like when that happened, there was this big influx of shows that would actually happen. Like there was always a patch note. Like Purge's content went through the roof back then. Because like, all right, we'll get our special broadcast every Tuesday, every second week. Let's have a watch of this. 4 hours later, Pug is back in the game and then disconnected.
Oh, that's no good.
I think he's playing from Indonesia. They are not together, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone's in lockdown right now, and so maybe his internet has some problems.
Yeah.
I think for
I,
Boom, I think they're together. I'm not very sure. Because if you look at the recent tournaments, right, a lot of the portion of the teams that are doing well, they are teams that are still together, you know, because everyone's in lockdown. So if you already went home and the team is not together, you have to play separately, and
mm-hmm.
that is like a huge deal, you know, for a team not being able to sit down together and play.
Yeah. Oh, Pug is back in. Second time around, we're gonna go and try. Hopefully, the restarting of the router has shored him up. Keep our eyes very close on lanes as we get.
So what happened the last time? So Beastmaster and Lich Smoke, right? They went top. They killed the Tiny.
Yeah.
So now Lycan's gonna move bot. He has Shapeshift. I think they should still be looking to plan to kill the middle tower here, the middle tier 1. This is their next objective for Dire. And they're gonna have to wait for the Raw in 55 seconds before they make a move.
Oh, jumping forward. Avalanche, Sinister Gaze. Actually, just pull him straight off Sinister Gaze, the Spirit. Pulling back into Queen Bane. Whoa, she jumped out. Oh, she was so close to death. 100 HP was all he needed to drop her, and Ocean Heart
Ocean
regenerate
Heart.
up.
Ocean Heart, man. I mean, you talk about all the 1% thing. This is also another thing in Dota right now. Like a lot of these like early game heroes, you get that one small extra item, you actually survive and you can snowball harder. Top lane, top
And
TP
now
stop.
top.
Arena.
Okay. Well, TP in it for first. You don't die mid lane. Push the envelope. Still stuck inside
Illusion.
the arena. Hyde has the toss available, but again, on 160 HP, bottle charges up. The drain the life out of Tiny. He should actually just die to the dagger tech. And they'll commit it with the stream and then over towards FBZ. He's making a run for the trees, which is cleared up by Cuckoo. Push him back, but the creep's in there. The Centaur hits the stun. And FBZ, you can try and bulwark all you want in that. Will not survive.
I mean, you saw how he used the illusion rune there. It gave him like a bit of like time to dodge, like invulnerable time, because it's like a manta style. He was able to use it nicely, so Tiny couldn't do more damage to him. Like all these small little changes, it actually means a lot. You look at the patch log, you think, this doesn't really change a lot, but it actually does when you don't die because of that.
I really understand why, like, for people who haven't spent time with WinteR outside of a cast, a game ends and you'll still talk for another, well, actually until the next game begins about Dota and the different things that were happening in that game, and the little small changes.
I didn't do that the last time.
Dude, Starladder, you're exactly that. You go back upstairs into the green room and you be like, let's just talk about this and this and this and this and this. Koi fish. Back to Dota.
I didn't force you into that conversation. You came into the conversation willingly.
It is true. It is true. I'm always ready to learn. Still so much to learn about Dota, but like these 1%, like, oh god, you just, if you try and calculate all of them together, it's just real rough.
It's what builds your game sense. Like when you go into a game, having like the wrong game sense and you think that you think you're strong at that point, right? But because of that some change, that slight change, you're actually not as strong as you are. And it could ruin your game just because of a small thing, That's why it's important to constantly watch the games if you can, and play as much as you can, to get the right game sense.
Yeah, to actually understand it. I suppose like there's so much pressure. Like I remember like Blitz always talks about like these 1v1 mid matchups, who's able to come out on top, but you change 1% and one matchup that you haven't seen for a couple of months, like you have to get used to it again, right?
Yep. It's like I think Dota is it's not just about like playing, a lot of times when you see people reacting to certain things, it's not exactly a reaction, it's more like a muscle memory, because you play, you practice a lot, and then you are just able to react. It's kind of like a reaction, but it's just muscle memory. So if, especially on a mid role, I think that role is probably the hardest in Dota. So if you don't play, you don't understand the matchup, then it's gonna ruin your lane. I mean, your lane gets ruined as a mid laner, you're gonna suffer a lot. I like that you bring up the matchup thing, because I think that if you want to be high MMR as a mid laner, you have to, or as a core player, you need to understand your matchups very well.
Yeah. Does that actually make it really difficult? I know OG were talking about this in I think it's actually in like in an OpenAI video, where it's like you need to be able to play like multiple lanes, multiple roles, and you need to be able to be just straight up flexible with that. But how as a player can you even do that? Like we see transition of players to like off lane after being ones. Like how well can you then understand this, or is you just like you just kind of learn it and start with some raw mechanics?
Later, Tobi.
Of how the
Important move right now. This
okay, smoke up, and then we can come back to our wonderful conversation.
The tier 1 tower is the price.
Well, Lycan's bringing the menagerie. The smoke will break. Still looking for a good target. Sends three down. Oh, what an arena! Catching both Pugner and Beastmaster on the edge. The Avalanche tries to create a little bit of space, but Chainfrost has done so much work from Whitemon that he's actually pretty much killed off most of Boom by himself. Now you'll have Carl come and join the fight. Lycan's got behind Rubus Big, but so does Makoto with Haste Rune.
2 for 2. Not too bad for Radiant.
Considering how that arena started, I thought Geek Fan were going to get smacked down, but then Lich.
Yep, a 2 for 2 is great for Radiant, because they are the lineup that has a weaker team fight, And Dyer is supposed to clean up that team fight with but Beastmaster couldn't get his draw off. He died right away because of the arena. So I would say that that's a big win for Boom overall. 15 minutes runes. So let's see who is gonna get the upper hand here.
It's a 2-2.
As usual. You know the
It's,
drill, Toby.
It doesn't matter, does it, Winter? It doesn't matter.
There's no elk, it's not important.
It's exactly. It's like, do you see a big swing? Like, I like the outpost. I think the outpost swings are interesting to watch.
The first two outposts is very, very important. Like it's very important for the a lineup like Dire lineup. It's a very snowbally lineup where you need the experience to speed up the pace of your lineup so you can kill buildings quicker. So Raiden is going to smoke and trying to backstab here. Is
Like
Dire
a
gonna
try.
be ready?
Raven's already popping his level 3 Necro book. That's freshly done by the 15-minute mark.
Oh, Mars has no TP for this fight. This could be bad.
Yeah, that's not good. He's doing as much damage to that top tier 2 tower as he possibly can, but if they feel this, the Roar is out. Tiny's gonna be the first one initiated on. Chainfrost's gonna bounce through as well. Man, he dies very, very quickly, but Chainfrost, they keep it away from the rest of the Boom team.
What were they trying to do? Mars had no TP. There was no way they actually could have fought without Mars. There's no way.
Communication.
Yeah, I guess so.
just-
Maybe they didn't knew.
Now what you get, like the tier 2 tower was taken on bottom lane by Lycan. So even if Mars does get this tier 2 tower up on top, Geek fam still come out well ahead in the trade.
Yeah, it's not important, this tower here, the tier 2 top. Like what is important right now is Dire has opened up the Roshan, and I think Raiden has to defend the next Rosh fight. It's gonna happen very, very soon. Looking at the items, Beastmaster has his Vlad's completed if he wants to buy it. I think he might be thinking of getting the pipe instead right now since he hasn't purchased anything. Lycan has level 3 Necrobook, that is huge. Queen
Yeah.
of Pain has Orchid very soon.
Yeah, it's
The next minute or so is going to be very, very important for Boom. The next 2 minutes.
to see if they can weather what's coming at them.
They have to place vision
Lycan and
around the
Clock
rush.
they completely control the bottom lane. And it's always pushing in, trying to force him back. Lich, does he have a crack over a Grimstroke? Keep your distance out of range of the Inkswell, and then follow up with the Sinister's Gate, so Beastmars can move over. The Lycan army has just been moving up through the mid lane, so no Grimstroke for
Pugna.
26 seconds, but
Nice,
Pugna,
he was waiting for him.
Diffusal
Nice.
Blade kill.
Yep, and he's going for Battle Fury next. I think this is a very, very important item for the... If the Ricky can get to that stage, I think Boom is going to be in good position to stall the game and eventually win the game. But it's going to depend whether the Roshan gets defended by Raiden or Dire gets a free Roshan here. Looking at the vision, both teams don't really have Roshan wards set up yet, so still looking for that to happen. Lycan has his shapeshift ready, so he wants to fight. He definitely wants to fight.
It seems like Geek are just controlling the bottom lane though. Like Queen of Pain's trying to finish up her Orchid.
I think they need to move here.
Only
They need-
60 gold away from that. But there's a double damage rune sitting in the bottom river. If they see this, then maybe it's that's your go time.
Oh, he went
Beastmaster
for
Hawk's
the-
already moving over to watch for
What
a
did he
shot.
buy on the Beastmaster? Did he buy a pipe? Oh yeah, he bought a pipe.
He bought pipe.
That's good. That's very, very good. They should look to fight right now. They are so strong. They shouldn't miss their
So
timing.
Orchid, pipe. Man,
Level
that crew's
three
got a lot of crap on it as well. That's Lich who's able to actually start buying things.
Bracer, apart from Bracer, he's getting a Glimmer Cape. That's when you know you're rich, man.
Oh,
You
Queen of
have
Pain missed out in the
options.
smoke.
I don't
TP's
think
only
he
now
needs-
coming in from Pugna. But
I
they're
don't think
coming
he
over
really
towards
needs to be in
Roshan.
a smoke. Are they going
Mars
to
will
sneak in?
Mars will show himself.
Oh,
They
they
get
get the
up.
high ground. They
They
get
get
the
up on
high
the
ground,
hill.
Toby.
And Mars is walking over to him. Well, goodbye, FBZ. It was really, really nice knowing. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, okay. They try and split themselves up.
Oh, they saved the
Fighting
roar.
around the bulwark, and now the TP out from Kez Cute. Can they get
Gaze?
in range for Sinister Gaze? Yes, they can. Double kill. Two
Rush
heroes
time.
down. Buybacks available. And Queen of Pain's having her own crack up on top. Putting the Orc to work up against the Void Spirit.
Oh, Ricky's
Can't
gonna
really
come.
get that kill, but you can delay him so Lycan and the rest of the team can take out Roshan.
The Queen of Pain might die here, Toby. He might actually get picked up by the Ricky.
Kind of like,
Oh,
oh,
they missed. Oh,
So
that was so
quick.
unlucky.
so quick.
I think he just wanted to blink. He wasn't really reacting. He was trying to go to his team so he could pick up the edges. That was just luck. Like seriously, I don't think he was reacting to that blink strike.
No.
He just wanted to get to the Roshan. That was so unlucky. That would have been a big kill.
And now you got a Queen of Pain with an Aegis the Immortal.
Oh, this is tough. Very tough times. They need to try to Okay, so how they're gonna prolong the game right now? They have to try cut waves
Hey,
with the
hey, WinteR, what's gonna happen with the 20-minute runes, WinteR?
4-0?
It could be 4-0. He did just lose a courier, however. This Ricky is being a real pain in the butt. It's going to be, like, this full duration observer ward on the top lane. It's done so much for Boom, at least, to sit up here and still get something more out of the map.
I mean, what can I say, Tobi? Vision is gonna win you the game.
Well,
Oi,
they're gonna
check
get the bounties. Smoke maneuver from Boom.
High ground.
see a
Who has
bounty
the high ground,
come up.
Tobi? Who has the high ground this time?
This belongs to Boom, most definitely. Avalanche, toss combination, Beastmaster pinned up against the wall. Wymon's trying to help out, throwing out the chain front's gonna go through the creeps and then back over to FBZ. Not a lot of damage, but Dreamer still doesn't care. Blinks himself forward, using the diffuser blade to try and get on top of Lich, but underneath the tower, he can still finish the job. He's
Ghost
committing in
Stepper!
so deeply to Crepify. Zephyr
crap.
actually keeping him alive underneath the tower. You did lose Beastmaster for this, but both Void Spirit as well as the Ricky get picked off in return.
Sorry, Tobi, but it's a disaster for Boom, the team that has the high ground. I think it's okay if I apologize first, so that you don't.
It's
Sue
fine,
me with the
WinteR.
copyright.
I give you free license. Free license.
Apologize
Just
first and
think it's
we'll be alright.
just think it's a tribute to PPD and Universe.
Okay, thank you, Tobi.
The two players who were part of that.
Oh yeah, that is actually true. Didn't think of that.
Yep. That moment can never happen again because the players won't play again.
How sad. How sad.
A little bit.
But Tobi will remember them forever.
Maybe finally our TI panels can start having some TI winners actually appearing on them.
Come on, PPD was on the panel of TI7.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
That,
He
that
was.
already happened.
PPD was the panel at TI7. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Sean was there. Grimstroke, easy, quick pick off. Now get rid of the sentry ward as well. Queen of Pace. It's so easy when you got an orchid like this to get solo pick
Boom's
offs
game
on heroes.
has gone from killing heroes to killing creep waves right now. They need to just keep killing waves with this Void Spirit, Tiny, Ricky. Like all that matters right now is keeping the waves out of their buildings, out of their base. If they cannot do that, they are going to lose the game in the next couple of minutes, and maybe within the next 5 minutes.
I'm interested to see where Carl's headed. He's just kind of gone like road to the bottom. I think he's searching for Ricky, who will go permanent invis if he attacks the creeps. Now, does he have enough? Does he have enough with everything he explodes to kill him off? So Orchid, Scream, has to commit Sonic Wave as well. Decides not to.
Doesn't he enough damage with the... I thought he might have enough damage with the pop and the Shadow Strike remaining damage. Maybe he didn't. I think it would be close though, but I felt like he had enough.
YOLO. Just let it out. Avalanche toss. Goodbye, Pugner. Blink Dagger over on the Tiny, working nicely with the Void Spirit.
I mean, you say YOLO, Tobi, but what has he got to lose? They have edges on top.
Maybe the intimidation factor for the next team fight. That is still a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah, but the Radiant team doesn't want to go into a clash right now, so they're avoiding clashes. If you don't fight, it means that your spouse is on cooldown and you're not doing anything with it anyway.
Are we doing the whole Dendy thing here? Like you miss every hook you don't throw?
I mean, it's true. What you mean is what he's saying is true. If you don't try, it's miss. You miss the opportunity.
You know, we're the casters of facts right here.
Like, you think I like to make up stories so that it's believable?
Yeah.
Is
Wait, what?
that how you see me? Storyteller? I mean, I tell you some stories about my fish, but apart from that, I don't tell you Dota stories.
Sorry, I don't have to listen to your stories anymore. I'm just gonna watch your 5-second clip over on TikTok, you young man, you.
Please don't share that video. Thank you.
Everybody, go find WinteR's TikTok. He did make it public, so you like don't share that video. You put it on a public platform. That's like saying like, oh, I've got an NDA on my very public website. Hello, and it was Ricky, very visible. That's your level 3s, ready to go and fight. into the tricks of the trade, backing up quickly. Voice Spirit jumping forward, then back out again. Essence Ridge trying to give him a little bit more to fight with.
Nice
Soulbinder's out, but now your Sonic Wave, it connects so heavily. Voice Spirit clipped the edge, but it was Ricky who clipped the front of it. And Leica wants to keep fighting. BKB running forward. Doesn't exactly find his target.
He has no buyback. That's his battle fury, Tobi. This is bad. Very bad news. I think this is high ground. Oh no? Okay, no.
You've got wave clear.
Yep, they have wave clear, so they need to wait for their next cooldown on the Sonic Wave and Shapeshift.
4
Discipline.
bounty runes.
Yes, Tobi, 4 bounty runes.
Hey, next time you can be right about Ghost Scepter because Pugna has both Ghost Scepter and Decrepify, so there's 2 heroes you get to save.
My brain was like, when I saw that, I immediately thought of Ghost Scepter.
Sorry, you're not the only one, man. Like, I'm still massively sleep deprived. You don't get sleep when you got a newborn, but sometimes you can miss them. Oh.
That is actually a very big item for the partner now, because they can't kill him with a Riki.
Mm-hmm. So you'll have that. You'll go double Decrepifies, or your Decrepify Ghost Scepter. You've got Glimmer Cape, which could be bought in 50 gold for the Lich. So you got that save as well.
I mean, they have to try to clear the waves right now. Cut crit waves. Heroes that has buyback need to take more chances to clear the crit waves for Boom. They have to try to delay. I think the Riki needs... If the Riki can get 1 more item, I think they have a chance.
What is this from the from the radio side? 3 heroes together, back behind the tower. You may have to defend top lane. Raven is pushing this. They're trying to clean up as much of the wave as possible. Keep the catapult up. Fortify it. Queen of Pain ready to do her own jump. Sonic Wave in 15 seconds, so maybe she has to wait a little longer.
Wait, Tiny has no TP?
Again?
Oh my god. He actually had no TP.
Ricky has a TP, so that's fine. But let's not full Cloud9 this. Never forget the old memes; they are forever alive.
Wait, what happened back then? The 5 heroes had no TP?
Yeah, the 5 heroes had no TV when EE was playing with them. You couldn't have a throw of that magnitude without EE. Happy talk. The Queen of Pain has to clean up the bottom.
Why do you like to make fun of him? He's actually a really good player. He's a smart guy.
He has given so many moments to Dota, both good and bad. You can never deny this. Orchid over on Mars, that's so quick as well from Carl. Have they got enough to finish him up before the Orchid wears off? He'll get the arena up in time, but the spear doesn't do anything. And then Queen of Pain doesn't care. She just blinks out of the arena. Maybe she stopped pushing the Lycan units into the corner of the arena, but that's okay. Advance forward at no peril. Geek fam with Mars down, with no arena up. And now, what, 400 gold as well from Queen of Pain having Shivas. Roshan is in.
It's a long spawn. Oh, this is good for Boom. This is good for Boom. Dota 2 decides to give Boom a lifeline right now.
I don't know if it's actually fantastic for Boom. Because you're going to have an Assault Cuirass and a Shiva's Guard completed by Geek Fam by the time the Roshan fight does happen. So contesting Roshan got a lot harder.
If anything, they are just happy they have another minute to farm on the Riki. Because Riki needs 1 more item.
Uh-huh.
He's the only damage dealer right now. If he can't get 1 more item, like, how are they going to kill anyone?
Okay, his 1 item is a Titan Sliver. Like, I don't think he can farm anything else up in this time.
I mean, that's not fair. That's not counted. That's not like a get 1 item. That's not like him farming the
item. He doesn't have a farming item.
That's like Dota 2 deciding to give him a lifeline.
You know what he's got? He's got buyback. That's what he's got. He's got buyback. He's got money for buyback thanks to farming on bottom lane. But now Void Spirit needs to Yule Scepter. The Orchid was controlling him up. Have they got a little bit more? Roar is out and goodbye Void Spirit. Buyback is available, but this BKB Queen of Pain. Alright, well those 2 do have buyback. Grimstroke as well as the Void Spirit. Ricky still doesn't want to join because he's farming up that 1 extra item that he needs, not Titan Sliver. While the top Drax is being attacked up by Geek Fam into the melee. Arena is back off cooldown, but Ricky now finally is here.
Yes, the buyback.
Void, Arena is going to be good. Now Void does actually buy back with BKB up from Raven. He's not affected at all. Beastmaster's just walking around like, well, I'm silenced, but do I really care? The Chain Frost won't really... Oh, no, it is going to bounce back up again. There was 1 creep for it to work with. Cuckoo losing his life. But you've taken the melee racks. Have you lost a little bit more with a toss forward? Maybe you can bring down Zephyr. There's your first Ghost Scepter. He has the Grip of Fire as well, pinned to a tree with the spear. Hugner will fall, and Roshan, 35 seconds from spawning, so Beastmaster will naturally come back to life.
So I guess that means that Daya should still be able to get the Roche. Not sure if Radiant can contest. But I think they have to. They can't really give away. If they give the Roche, it means they're just asking to lose the game. They have to try to put up their last stand at the Roshan. Put some wards.
You won't have Sonic Wave for the Roshan fight, but Shapeshift, Lich Chain Cross will both be back up.
I mean, it'll be close. 45 seconds.
Yeah, it depends how fast they can kill him.
And he has an Illusion Rune against Save Up, trying to use it to dispel something in the fights.
Illusion? They're not in a good position.
Illusion? Illusion Rune?
Okay. Blink, BKB, and TP.
Okay. Just a little too cocky there, trying to run up the higher ground with no vision.
Hey, you killed the courier.
Oh, I'm sure that's worth it, Tobi, for your, what, 10... Oh, okay, not 10 seconds. 8-second BKB. I'm sure that was worth it at this point in the game.
It totally is. Meanwhile, back at Roshan.
Oh, now Roche fight!
Up.
I don't have BKB! I don't have BKB! I killed Courier, Tobi!
Oh, but I got a Sonic Wave! And Shiva's Guard, and I have a team! Play it like a sniper. They want to wrap around the back now. Geek fam, looking for their target. The Wolves are scouting up the high ground so they can move up. They'll see the Tiny quickly. Smoke as well from Boom, but Smoke instantly broke. They're actually being trapped inside the ramp area. And, well, here's Cute. 2 attacks from Lycan. Destroys him. The Chain Frost won't bounce thanks to the boy jumping away. But now Ricky floated out of the fight.
Alright, that's GG.
Yeah, 3 heroes down. Mars is trying to fight it out. But, yeah, you did do that. You did do that. Triple kill for Cuckoo. Roshan was not claimed. Queen of Pain's already pushing the mid. 3 heroes without buyback. GG, well played. Game 1 goes the way of Geek fam. Boom knew they needed Roshan, but hey, Sonic Wave's back off cooldown to use. Oh, that's a good game for Geek fam.
Yep, very, very good game. I think like Boom, I don't feel like Boom even played that badly. I felt like the draft just limited a lot of what they could do in the game. The last pick wasn't very well used. And I mean, sure, you could talk about, okay, the tiny rotations initially, it wasn't great, you know, it wasn't perfect. But I felt like it's because of the draft that you put so much pressure on Tiny. You need to succeed on this Tiny, you know, on the early game. Otherwise, they're going to have a hard time. Yeah, that itself is not very fair for the Tiny.
Like we've seen time and time again just what a Lycan can do. Like a Lycan that has 909 as a KDA and this much farm, like, you're not going to stop him. He 2-hit down supports it when that fight began.
Let's be serious. The only reason why the Lycan could have done that so easily because he didn't get countered by the last pick. Because Boom didn't choose to counter it. They choose to go for a hero that is maybe they think that he should synergize better with the Inkswell on the Grimstroke, and you have a better.
Would Tide have changed this game so much? Because that's what you're asking for.
A lot. Look at how fat the Lycan was in the lane. Tide would have been able to deal with the Lycan in the lane. And it's not just about the lane. The Tide deals with the Lycan in the game because your Anchor Smash, you have damage mitigation against all the summons. It's not just about the Lycan. You're also good against the Beastmaster because the Beastmaster does not want to cast his ulti on you because you have Kraken Shell.
Hey, the logic sounds good, WinteR. I will accept your facts and maybe a better draft from Boom Esports, but it did still feel very easy for Geek fam just to execute what they had. Like it's everything we've been seeing in the meta and everything used as though we've seen in the meta. So it's nothing new, it's nothing unusual. It was just well executed, well drafted. But we'll see if they get the same for game 2. Short break and we'll come back and see who advances forward to face up against TNC in that lower bracket final.